Whoo! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos, the stock and investing show that's completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys.
What up, Big Gauchos? Your boy Big Gaucho Tyler. We back.
Hey, David's here, and if you guys noticed, we didn't post anything Saturday, and that's because, the Big Gauchos took a big trip over to Big Nogales, Mexico, and we had a good time. Some street tacos, you know.
Blazing Wings.
Yep. We had a good little trip, and may or may not have recorded some YouTube content for you. So maybe it was worth the absence, but that's for you to find out. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
Big news that's been circulating around a lot lately. Microsoft is in talks to purchase TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah. Trump's talking about banning it, so they're thinking they might want to make a buyout offer.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
all for it.
you are?
Heck yeah, bro. I love TikTok.
I mean, I don't use TikTok, so I really don't care personally.
Yeah,
See what you think.
well, I don't really use TikTok much either, but we got it on the slide. They have to finalize an offer by September 15th, or TikTok's just going to be shut down and cease to exist in the United States. So I don't know if they can do it in time, honestly.
Yeah, I know there's been talks about whether they're only going to buy the U.S. Portion or if they're just going to buy it out outright. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I think it's probably makes more sense just to buy it completely outright rather than just buying a part of.
I would agree.
I don't really know how that's going to work. They just buy the U.S. operations. I don't know. That seems kind of weird.
Yeah, because it's not like they're gonna own the videos or anything, so it's not a whole lot of proprietary stuff. But um, it would be interesting to see if they do end up doing that or not. I read an article that their strategy was that they wanted to, quote, grow up with the TikTok audience and like selling Microsoft products at the same time. And that was kind of their way to get in and like market Microsoft stuff on Apple platforms, since obviously they can't, but this would be kind of a universal breakthrough because they admitted, like, hey, nobody's using the Windows phones, obviously, so they're trying to get in any way they can. I think it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all for that. Microsoft's trying to get a little bit of an edge in the game. And
Yeah,
honestly, I feel like they should buy them outright. And TikTok is such a big platform for today's youth, especially. I feel like if they do market at a young age, eventually it'll grow onto them. I feel like that's a great marketing ploy on Microsoft's behalf, and I hope their stock goes up because of it. I was talking to the boys before the show if I should invest. I got a yes and I got an undecided. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I should throw some money in it.
yeah, could make it an even better long-term hold. I know it's traditionally kind of a powerhouse, which is cool. But if you think about it, if they can make an impression on just, a fraction of these TikTok users, I mean, imagine how many more people will be buying Microsoft computers and then, become lifelong customers and stuff like that. So I think it could be a really important buy for them, and it's not like they don't have the money to do it either.
Mm-hmm. Wait, was I a yes or was I an undecided? I can't remember.
You're undecided.
Okay, that makes sense.
Dave has to be wise with his investments. So,
We're a little bit more
don't.
riskier.
Yeah, Tyler and I buy all the stupid impulsive stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our brand, baby.
but it's interesting because I know the majority of TikTok users are, probably under the age of, I don't know, 10, maybe 9. So
I guess, yeah. They're also trying to gauge it towards an older audience. So I think they're kind of trying to see if they can reinvent the wheel with like a Vine imitation, basically.
oh yeah, Vine. I
The
still
good
don't
old
understand how
days.
that went bankrupt.
Twitter just shut them down. I guess they were bleeding too much money because they were owned by Twitter.
Yeah, but how do you? I don't know. I feel like it was pretty successful. Were they just not using adverts very often or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always
because
thought it was too. That must be the case.
yeah, like think about it. They were all 6-second videos. And like,
Hmm.
how do you put ads inside of the 6-second video, you know?
Well,
Well, they
isn't
could like,
TikTok like that too?
Oh, TikTok's
yeah,
up to a
but
minute.
they're longer. Yeah, yeah, you can make them much longer. But they
It's like
kind of
an
do the
upgrade.
ads like in between type thing, and then like more influencers are getting like brand deals and stuff like that. So,
And also when you open the app, you have an ad right away.
yep,
Dang.
they know their market.
It must
But
be.
yeah, I mean, hopefully Microsoft can take advantage of that. I think it would really get them up to date, especially in, technology is changing so often these days.
No, that's definitely
Mhm.
true.
Yep. I mean, it's even changing with electric cars every single day. New company, newer to us and the stock market, Lordstown Motors. They're going to be combining with another blank check company, Diamond Peak Holdings, for their IPO. So
Ooh,
that's kind of exciting.
that's a total buy.
You think so?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Lordstown is backed by GM, and they've already revealed like a product that they're going to be manufacturing. So, think Nikola's going to be bankrupt by the end of the year. Hopefully, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, I mean
Yeah.
I mean probably.
And I read that Lordstown Motors has a couple 10,000 orders ready for their vehicles for 2021.
Shoot, that's crazy.
Wow. So this is
So,
for real. Like
Yeah,
this is a
they're
real company.
yeah no, they're actually doing products, and like GM's helping to fund them. So
What are
they're
they trading at?
it's not just like Nikola. Diamond Peak. I don't
50
remember.
cents.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
They're under the
Diamond.
new ticker Ride. I don't see it.
Yes,
Well, yeah,
sir.
that's their IPO. It hasn't happened yet, but
Oh,
Diamond Peak Energy. Or wait, yeah, something like that.
$13.
Yeah, $13. There you go. You found it first.
But
So not too bad. Um, Dave says it's a buy. I say it's probably a buy. It's definitely not as risky as all these other stupid companies like Nikola and Spartan Energy and all that don't
mhm.
don't have anything going yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right when the IPO comes out for Ride, just cash out your portfolio and put all of it in Ride.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
I, I mean maybe if you're feeling really risky, like Hertz level risky, but they got a $1.6 billion valuation for their company, so it's already a pretty big deal. I don't know if it's tech bubble level yet, but I feel like it might be close. So make sure you invest safely and insulate yourself a little bit on that investment.
Invest
Yeah,
safely, big
definitely,
outfits.
definitely. But if we get all the big gauchos and our fans to put all of our money in, we could probably buy the entire company outright.
I'm down. I'm down for that.
Down. I'll
Comment
see.
down
If you
below if
buy,
you want
I'll
to
buy.
buy. Oh yeah. All right, I'll buy.
Yeah, I'm in. Dave, you want to join the trio? Trio this time?
Easy.
Yeah, I'll sell something and buy it. Sure, why
Let's
not?
go.
Sure, whatever. The Dave stamp of approval.
We're in. When is the
Ooh.
IPO? Does anybody know?
They didn't officially announce a date yet.
Ooh.
Tomorrow at 5 a.m.
This is 4:20 p.m. 10 minutes before close. Just for the meme, because they're trying to follow Elon.
Jeez,
Oh boy, Elon.
that'd be a great time to go public. Good luck.
Wonder if anyone's done that. Just like in the middle of the day instead of first thing at the trading bell.
Probably not, because I don't know any kind of company that would endorse that.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, maybe they should be endorsing that or be making some more money. got some other companies on here going bankrupt. We had to add to the bankruptcy boneyard today, boys. It's an unfortunate incident. Tailored Brands, which owns Men's Wearhouse, Joseph A. Bank, and Lord and
No.
Taylor is Dunzo. Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Wow.
Yeah, that is pretty
They're
insane.
That's a
down for
bummer,
the
man.
count.
I got my suit at Men's Wearhouse a few years ago, and they're like, "Oh yeah, free alterations for life," but don't know what I'm gonna do anymore.
Yeah, no,
Boy.
I'm in the same boat, and
That was like the only reason I bought.
I don't know. Maybe we could still go to the vacant store, and there'll be a tailor there still, just waiting for us.
I'm hoping so. just standing there in a dark room. Oh, you want
Honestly,
your clothes repaired?
honestly, what's Lord and Taylor?
It's a department store. They don't really have any out in Arizona, but they're kind of spread out, a little on the East Coast and internationally. So that's where a lot of their cash bleeding was coming from, because big box stores and they have huge leases and lots of employees and major inventory. So that's what started the whole thing. And basically, the only thing they're citing is they can't stay solvent anymore, just because of how heavy their debt is as a company,
Mm,
which is
I
pretty
see.
standard reason.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't.
Box stores are gone.
I think they really are. I think it makes more sense to open up a smaller store where you don't have to pay a huge rent and have all that inventory. That's like kind of dead money,
Yeah, or even just turn to e-commerce too.
Mhm.
or that. Yeah.
Have like
But
like just a warehouse.
I think there'll always be stores, brick and mortar, though. They'll just. I think it's just the end of the huge department stores that are, I don't know, just ginormous.
Yeah, I mean, at least for now. I mean, there's no way the economy is going to be able to sustain something like that for quite a while, I feel like.
But I don't know, like those smaller stores, like uh, Old Navy, my favorite, of course.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a
I love
beginning of the new
Aeropostale.
age.
I love Old Navy. Yeah, dude, I hope Gap doesn't go bankrupt, because that would mean no Old Navy.
Oh, Kanye.
No Kanye. Yeah, no Yeezy Gap.
No.
We got to
I'm really
protect
looking
them at
forward to
all
that.
costs. I have too. I wish they'd announce a date, but I mean, the whole world's kind of falling apart. Well, at least the United States. So we'll see.
Bro,
uh,
Yeah.
as
I mean,
a result of the illness.
honestly,
virus boys and
but
girls.
honestly, Kanye, all he needs to do for his next little presidential rally is he just needs to say, um, "Free Yeezys for all who elect me."
Dude,
Be
that's
down.
tempting.
Yeah, I'd be down. That's a nice pair of shoes. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'd throw in my vote for a pair of Yeezys.
He'd lose so much money making shoes, and like
I mean,
even if he didn't win, he'd still have to sell out all those shoes.
even if they were fake Yeezys, I'd still sell out my vote for a pair of fake Yeezys.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
we'll see what happens. Oh man.
I'm sure I'm not the only
Um,
one in the world. I'm sure there's other people who would do the
y-
same.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, 100%. I think there's people who would do it, like, not even for a pair of Yeezys either.
For a high five.
Yeah, yeah, just like it's the validation of knowing you did it.
Honestly.
Um, who wants to do this next story?
Ooh.
It's
Michael
kind of
Wilson.
a, yeah. I think this was Dave's story.
Yeah, a little bit. So Michael Wilson, he works for Morgan Stanley as an analyst, and he's kind of predicting that there's going to be a 10% correction in the market in the near future. And um, he's predicted recent things in the past that were kind of true. He almost predicted exactly the March decline to the day. He was a couple days off. And then he also predicted the bounce back. And he's saying, I think he was saying sometime around October or September, he said that was going to be a correction.
Huh. Well, do you think that there's going to be that big 10% drop he's talking about? I think 10% might be understating it, actually.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You guys are probably hoping for like a 50 or 60% drop or something.
Dude, I wish. It probably won't even happen, but then it's like, I mean, you guys have seen The Big Short. It's like that part where it's like, you can hope for like a huge crash like that all you want. Just don't dance over it, because it kind of means the downfall of a country. But I mean, I think a 10% correction will be pretty healthy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's probably right. It's going to happen at some point. Just a matter of when.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully we see a bounce back soon, or like, a year to 2 years after. But a lot of the circumstances he's citing, it sounds pretty temporary. Spiking cases of the illness, the 2020 election uncertainty, and the Federal Reserve is pretty much printing as much money as they want with no checks and balances. So I think, yeah, the money machine does not stop. There's very valid reasons.
No, yeah, but I mean, it just doesn't make any sense because the second quarter GDP came out a couple days ago. Yeah, and the GDP contracted by 32% or something, which is the biggest by far in the entire history of the United States. It's astronomically huge, and the NASDAQ is at an all-time high, and the Dow Jones is still extremely high for what it. You would think that after releasing news that huge, it would be like worse than Black Monday. You'd expect the markets to drop like 30% in one day or something, at least.
So, but you agree that there's a recession, right?
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're definitionally in a recession.
Dude, I've had so many people that like I work with just deny that we're even in a recession or that anything's happening, and it's like, oh yeah, dude, the markets are better than they've ever been. And like, okay, yeah, I guess on paper it looks that way, but it's just building up to something huge. I'm sick of everybody saying that, I mean, you just proved it with the whole GDP thing. I'm sick of people saying that there's nothing happening in the economy right now. It's an uneducated opinion.
I'll just tell them to look at what the definition of a recession is, and then look at the GDP history, and then you'll see that we had 2 consecutive quarters of decreased earnings, and that's what it is definitionally.
If only we're that easy to be reasonable. Anyway, but yeah, it's I think you're right. With the whole GDP contraction and stuff, it will definitely bring a crash, but probably not the big kahuna like we think. What's up, T?
All right, so I Googled what a depression is for all the viewers at home. So a depression is a severe and prolonged downturn in an economic activity. In economics, a depression is commonly defined as an extreme recession that lasts 3 or more years, or which leads to a decline in real gross domestic product, GDP, of at least 10% in a given year.
So we could technically be in a depression.
Technically, yes.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Yes. I had no idea what the criteria was, just because, I mean, a lot of these numbers are like, we haven't seen this since the Great Depression in the 20s. So, I mean, I think everyone thought it was behind us, but, clearly we're not immune to anything.
Yeah, I feel
definitely true.
When we first became in a recession, people were denying it, and then it didn't even officially become a recession. Like, wasn't officially stated until a couple months after we saw that it
Hmm.
was a recession. I feel like this is going to be something similar to this for a depression. I feel like they're not going to mention anything until either after the presidential race or just at a random time where like no one's expecting it. You know?
Probably
Mhm.
so. Yeah, they're definitely not going to talk about it until the election's over.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of denial going on everywhere right now, and like you said, on paper things look good, but in reality, everybody's hurting.
Yeah, it's building up to be a huge storm. I mean, 7% of people are still in forbearance, and this next story kind of illustrates some of that hurt a little bit. 12.1% of Americans are now experiencing food scarcity and partial starvation because the CARES Act has ended. So, for anybody that thinks, the whole country is doing great, I mean, 12% of people aren't eating or barely eating at all. And it was at 10.8% just 2 weeks ago before the CARES Act technically ended, the $600 a week. So that's a huge jump in just 2 weeks if you consider how many people live here. Um,
Hmm.
you know, that's that's super terrible, man. Maybe it is like the Great Depression.
It is pretty sad. You don't ever want to see people go without food. It's a basic necessity to life.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you can't wish that on anybody, but it's because Congress, they still don't have any conclusive measures on, what kind of aid they're going to be giving. They're kind of at a stalemate, as far as what they're going to do. So hopefully we can get something figured out for that. But if you guys have some extra resources at home, consider donating to a food bank because they're super strained on resources too.
Hmm. Yeah, and maybe we'll see, the mass creation of huge soup. Um, what are they called? Soup lines?
Soup kitchen,
Soup-
yeah, yeah,
Or soup
soup line,
kitchens.
same thing, yeah,
I know they never really went away. They're still around, but this was
yeah,
definitely a huge thing in the Great Depression.
yeah. And if the mortgage forbearance thing ends and the eviction moratorium ends, there's going to be a huge homeless population too.
No,
It's gonna be
definitely.
it's
So
gonna be very sad.
yeah, and it'll all be caused by the government essentially.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
think about
if you
it.
think about it, yeah. I mean for letting everything go on as long as it had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the government closed down all business, regardless of whether it was the correct answer or not. I mean, I think it was the correct answer, but they closed down all businesses, right? And they didn't properly compensate people for that lost income.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you expect is going to happen?
No, I completely agree. I don't I don't think they did a good enough job, and 1 in 3 small businesses are closing in Arizona just alone. So um, they're going to be in trouble all across the country. Yeah, you're right. I mean, or if we just let the stock market bottom out, and then we just introduce like the stimulus later, we'd probably be over the crash.
Hmm.
But they didn't do enough to help people when it started, and so now it's prolonged and it's really going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly, the mark. Oh, you can go, Dave.
I was going to say, I think a big part of it is they closed down small businesses that really can't withstand the brunt, but they allowed bigger corporations to remain open, which
and
makes no
take
sense.
and they took PPP money too. These multi-million and billion-dollar corporations. I think that's kind of messed up, but
Yeah. Like they're closing down gyms and all that, which, regardless of whether that is the right decision, but then they're allowing grocery stores and other like Home Depot and other random stuff to remain open. And even though you are required to wear a mask in most parts of the country and in most businesses, people aren't doing the 6 feet apart. they're not going to do that, and there's no way to really enforce that.
Yeah, it's just kind of a merit thing, and like, yeah, it's super frustrating because I have to go to Home Depot for work stuff every now and then, and I've been in a few times, and there's still people walking around without masks, mainly old people, which is ironic because they could have the most complications from this illness. But yeah, it's just the problem is like, I think people tried to divide it as like a political issue in the beginning. And so people are still hung up on that instead of trying to just get the economy back to normal. So let's just hope it's not 1920 all over again.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
Great
I don't
Depression
know.
was in 1929.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not,
29. I'm sorry.
and like we're in only 2020, so it hasn't even been 100 years yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they
And
say about history.
it repeats itself. So
Yep.
it looks like we might be in a ride because the Great Depression lasted 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
So
bad.
I'm not trying to like be the bearer of bad news, but as of right now, the way things are looking and how inflated the market is, everyone's looking forward for 2021, thinking it's gonna be all, cherries and gumdrops and roses. But like, I feel like 2021 is gonna be even worse
Yeah, it
Worse.
could be.
Worse in an economic
economically.
sense, definitely. I mean, we might be able to like have more things open and like feel better mentally, which is just, that's very important too. But, the business side is going to be hurting very bad.
And I feel like the stock market will crash most likely if
100%.
it doesn't if the government doesn't continue to inflate the market.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I mean, they can only do so much. They can't print money forever.
26
That's true.
trillion.
That's depressing, boys. Well, hey, I know how we can cheer up. We can do biggest winners, biggest losers, and sleepers.
Let's
Hit
get
that
it.
intro. Whew. Got to perk up after that. We're talking about the biggest
That was
depression in
that was
history.
that
That
was
was
very
dark.
depressing. I'm sorry to all the viewers out there.
No, it was all of us. It was a group effort. But we got ADT up here up a staggering 56.56% because Google has purchased about 6.5% of the company, planning to develop some smart home technology.
Ooh, trying to compete with Alexa.
Yeah, exactly. I think ADT is a great way to do it. I mean, they see those other companies with the smart home stuff like Simply Safe and Nest. So why not partner with the biggest and one of the oldest home security brands in the country?
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be kind of cool if they developed their technology based on Dwayne The Rock Johnson's voice, so that if someone broke into your house, you would just have The Rock start yelling at him.
What are you doing in here? Who do you know here?
You don't want to be in this house, or I'm gonna get you.
What's that line? What's that line he says on WWE? He's like, "It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter." Oh man, that's funny. They paid 450 million for the shares, and then ADT and Google are each going to invest 150 million each into jointly developing that program with training people and product development research. So they put their money where their mouth is. They sound very committed to this idea.
I respect
That's
it.
cool. I like it. Yeah. Speaking of The Rock, today he actually purchased the Arena Football League for $15 million.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. It was about to be auctioned off, but then I think it's a couple of days before he just pulled trigger and bought the entire company. That's what's there remaining of it.
Wow. Yeah. I remember they had the Arizona Hotshots up here, but I wonder if he's trying to pull like a Dana White, just have the UFC as his baby, but now he's got XFL.
I mean, maybe because the reason why it fell in the first place is because right when the season opened, coronavirus hit and no one was going to games and stuff. So they kind of lost all their money right there. That was really unfortunate for them.
Yeah, dude, I know. That's so bad.
Watch the C word, Dave. Watch it.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad.
Dude, that's probably going to pay off pretty big. I mean, that's That's cheaper than any NFL team's been in like 100 years.
Definitely. Yeah, these NFL teams are, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Sometimes billions.
Yeah, I think the recent one that was sold was the Carolina Panthers for, I don't know, some amount.
Yeah, yeah. Those are really expensive. And then the baseball teams are like they just sold the Royals
Mhm. Interesting.
because Patrick Mahomes bought into them for like
Yeah.
some stupid amount of money, like 40 million or something. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, for like 20 cents, he became partial owner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 20 cents Canadian. Number 2 spot, Plug Power Incorporated, up 18.81%. We've talked about them before, but they do the hydrogen fuel cells and the electric vehicle technology. Just because of all the news we were talking about, I hate to say this kind of news on the podcast, but Nikola is posting gains today. They were
What?
almost a big winner. Yeah, I know, sad, but I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
But the power plug is just going up. Plug power is just going up because Tesla's going up, and then we got the news with Lordstown, and then all these other companies trying to compete with electric vehicles. Spartan, Nikola, everything else. So I guess it makes sense. They're kind of the main supplier, if you will.
Yeah, and for people watching on YouTube, we have the Bohr model of the hydrogen. So it's
Mhm.
a nice, pretty picture. It's not legit. It's not how it actually looks like, but it's pretty.
Mm.
We'll take
Yeah,
it.
Simple.
it's medically accurate. They verified. He bet his future MD on that.
Yeah. So every atom in the world is like a mini solar system.
There you go. It's kind of dope. I like that.
The
I
only
was
thing
wondering what
around
that was. I was like, is that their logo?
No,
Oh
no.
man. Well, if you guys remember from last week, as far as biggest losers go, Under Armour's number one, down 7.38% because of those fraud and fake sales allegations and the whole SEC investigation for the last couple of years. So, I guess if you like Under Armour, you believe in their shoes. They do have a really strong shoe market. Might be the buy for you.
I don't understand why is their company spelled the British way for armor? Because they're an American company.
Yeah, I've always wondered that too, and it tries to spell check me every time I write it out on the schedule or anything.
Armor.
Armour, Under
Armour.
Armoire.
Armour.
Oh man, these athletic companies aren't doing too well. Foot Locker's in number 2, down 7.32%. I know my boy
Dang.
Tyler's pretty upset about that.
Yeah, I'm hurting. I love Foot Locker. They got some heat.
I know.
But like I also understand why they're taking a big hit. Well, I'm sure all the boys know we've been trying to, cop some sneakers on the sneakers app. Shout out
Uh-huh.
Nike, sponsor
Yep.
us. So like I feel like that's another big thing that's hurting Foot Locker and also all department stores that are shoe related. It's not like how it used to be. It's like you wait outside a Foot Locker for hours to try and get this new release shoe. Now it's all online on an app. You just wait till the time hits 7 o'clock or whatever time you need to. You click a button and then you're in a raffle basically.
Yeah. I mean it. You know, I think it would be fun to like just go back to the camp out days because we could just go set up a tent like 5 days in advance. Wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I'm so down for that.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
too. I wish I still did that. But yeah, I don't know. I was also thinking maybe it's because they're so big in malls and they've been struggling for a while, but now with the illness, the pandemic going around, um is closing at an even faster rate than ever.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So unfortunately, I think that's part of it. You don't really see freestanding Foot Locker stores.
No, that's true.
Unfortunately, not.
But with all these shoe-related companies losing, you think we'll have the chance to cop a pair of Dior Air Jordan 1s for like $10?
I wish, bro.
Yeah, yeah. With deflation, we could probably do that.
Yeah, for all those that are new, I was able to tag along with my buddies who actually won a raffle. So check out that video, top right corner, to see how that experience went. $10,000 shoe bought up for retail. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, we're always trying to put out some bonus videos for you, and Tyler had a really cool one this time.
That's for sure.
Also, boys, if you guys are trying to cop some heat, there's this girls' shoe. It's an Air Jordan 1 satin red, available 8/6. So on the 6th of August at 7 a.m. This is what they look like.
Oh, that's Thursday.
It's this Thursday. If you're trying to cop this pair, retail $170. It's selling for over $300. You know, might have to look into it.
That's easy money for some stocks.
Easy money, you know.
Yeah, big Gaucho stock talks, you know.
Yeah.
Well, don't sleep on those shoes. Don't sleep on these sleepers either. CBRE Group is number one. They're a commercial real estate broker, and just from what I've seen, the commercial market's really falling out. Like, you know, we talked about how rough everything was with retail and small businesses, so it makes sense that they're going down pretty hard. So I feel like maybe if you wait a couple weeks to buy this, you get a really good deal long term.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, once the virus is all done, then commercial real estate is definitely going to come back. Companies aren't going to be able to always operate online. There's going to need to be headquarters,
office buildings.
I mean, hopefully, because that'd be really depressing if your entire life was just in front of a computer at your house.
Yeah, you need that human socialization, you know, or otherwise you're going to be like feral, or I don't know.
Feral, just drooling from the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like haven't seen people in like 40 years because your whole career is completely online.
Jeez.
Yeah, it might be a good buy in a couple of weeks. I might do it just because be a good diversification, you know, and real estate pretty unstable right now. The big problem that we're having is that the interest rates are so low; they're at 0%. So banks like Wells Fargo and Bank of America and stuff, they can afford to give you loans for like 2.19%, which is absolutely nuts, or something crazy stupid low like that. But everybody has way more affordability, so you know everybody's paying over everything for list. So kind of abandoned commercial. Everyone's just working at home now.
Definitely. What's this number 2 we have here?
Got National Beverage Corporation under the ticker Fizz. Very appropriate. 5th largest beverage bottling company in the U.S. Some brands you might recognize. I certainly only knew like 4 of these. Shasta, Faygo, Everfresh, LaCroix, everyone's favorite. Rip It, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Clear Fruit, Mr. Pure, Ritz. I thought of the crackers. Crystal Bay, Cascadia Sparkling Clear, that the one with like the mountains on it and the red label. Ohana Punch, Big Shot, and Double Hit.
Ooh, the Rip It kind of reminds me of, you know, Twist It, Hit It.
Oh, Bop It.
Bop It.
Yeah, Bop It. Pull it. I love that game. I think I might still have one.
Yeah, it's definitely a great game. I haven't played that since, I don't know, I was a little 5-year-old maybe.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that's fun to have around in your living room and stuff. Just have people play with when they come over.
But yeah, I haven't heard of most of these either.
Yeah, dang, that's pretty crazy.
Is it just like all carbonated stuff? Probably.
Yeah. For all those OGs that are balling on a budget, if you go to the dollar store, you'll see literally a full aisle of Shasta cola, basically knockoff like Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta, anything you can think of. They got it with like a little bit of a different name.
It's so, pretty good, actually. Like it's not bad.
I like it.
Yeah,
I remember as a kid, I would be like, "Mom, Dad, can I get this one?" And they're like, yeah, sure. I was like, it was cold in the special fridge. I was like, it was such a vibe.
I know it was, and like, yeah, that was the same with my dad. He's like, yeah, you can get it just because it's cheap. It's not like Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Value brand.
No, it really is. You get like a liter of soda for $1.
you do. I and I think I got like a 3 liter one for like $1.25.
Dude, Albertsons. I remember Albertsons used to have the big vending machine outside, but it was only Shasta, but the cans were like
Yeah.
25 cents.
All right, man.
That
Good
was so
times.
cool. I need to
But
find a Shasta machine again. Those are good.
Dude, offer up. We can find one, put it in the man cave for in our
Yeah.
headquarters in my backyard.
Yeah, just only have Shasta.
Yeah, I remember right inside the the airplane graveyard that we put in
Oh
the
yeah.
back, right where the headquarters is.
Yeah,
mhm.
Tyler's got dumb space back there.
Yeah.
But remember, we can't find these value brand sodas in Canada. We tried looking for them, and they were nowhere to be seen inside the little dollar stores and stuff.
It's true. Just I don't. Yeah, we had to buy name brand stuff.
And they didn't have any value brand. They just had a whole, Coke, Sprite, I think
They,
ginger ale maybe.
yeah, we got Canada Dry, but it was pretty cheap though. I mean, it was like maybe $2, so it was even cheaper than here.
Yeah, but we didn't get 2 liters. We only got 1 liters, right?
That's
Mhm.
where the metric system will get you.
Dude, that's so crazy though. 25 cents for a drink, bro. That's when like coins had actual value, Before the money machine goes brrr.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Now I just kind of throw my coins in my backyard and hope that it makes a tree.
It makes a tree. I've never heard that one before. Well, I know you boys like The Rock, so I put up the WWE as the third sleeper.
I'll
Yeah.
check my
Listen.
back.
There's no sports really going on, so put the WWE up for you.
I like it. I like it. It's cool.
It's a
We like to
little,
see the Undertaker.
dude. I love the Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cracks those beers over his head. Funny guys. Well,
Entertainment is,
boys.
oh, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say entertainment is always gonna be there. People, especially if they're at home, not really doing anything. If they can WWE, brings out some great shows, then they'll definitely make some good money on it.
Right, because like
hmm
there's nothing on TV. People aren't producing shows anymore because of the illness,
Hmm.
and there's no movies coming out either. So they have an opportunity to shine if they play it right, maybe with the right
Exactly.
audience. It's not really my thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think would happen if they were doing the beer bottle smash and they had thing, but they use like a real bottle instead of those fake ones they use?
probably give him a
Knocked out.
concussion. Yeah, yeah, dude, he'd be out stone cold. Ba-dum-ts.
Then you couldn't.
Seriously.
Then you wouldn't be able to say wrestling's fake.
Like, yeah, man, it's all real. He just like breaks a glass bottle on his head. There's blood everywhere.
Seriously.
Oh, man. Well, I know it isn't fake. It's a great podcasting service. They're always very real, and they're always here for us. Ooh, we got Anchor.
Get that ad.
Anchor. Whew. All right, boys. So since the last episode, since we skipped one, I took the dub on Thursday, Tyler took the dub on Friday, and our very own Dave took the dub today. So we got all the boys on the board at least once.
Let's go.
That's correct. That is correct. I won today by a wide margin.
Yes. Yes, Dave correctly predicted the gains train.
Yeah. So is this my turn to go first?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it.
Winner goes first. It's winner's luck.
Yeah. And before I pick my number, Canal's already locked in his answer at 26,600.
They're staying even.
Yeah, 64-point drop.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
pulling an Austin, dude.
Dude, he's
Mhm.
copying, bro. He loves following you.
I Can't help
Yeah,
it.
so,
I'm
so
influential.
he took my number for today. So we'll see if it gives him luck, but I'm gonna go with 26,800.
Dang it. All right. Well, I guess I got to play in the other direction. I'll go 26,550. Just a little drop.
Not bad, not bad.
Just a
I'm
little
pulling.
bump.
I mean, if
Yes,
you guys
sir.
were watching this, put it back. I flashed my fingers, put up some numbers. You put that in slow motion. It was 2-7.
It's not gang
Same.
signs. Don't worry, everybody.
No, it's a 2 and a 7. 27,000.
27,000.
Nah, bro,
27.
you weren't throwing up numbers. You were throwing up Crips and blood.
Holy
No, no,
crap.
no, no. Absolutely not.
All right, we gotta cut that part.
27,000 is my number, boys.
I think you're a little cracked out, but that's fine.
Dude. When money machine goes bird, bro, stocks only go up.
Yeah, you
That's
think
true.
tomorrow's the big day?
I feel like tomorrow's just gonna be a stupid big day, and then we're going down.
We're going down. It's a
We're
Hail
just going
Mary.
down.
It's not gonna be good, but you guys are gonna have to find out. Literally nobody knows what's happening. We can't predict anything. But thanks for
Seriously,
listening,
can't.
everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send in an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Tyler, hit that disclaimer for us.
All right, big gauchos, you know what time it is. Disclaimer time. So there's a quick disclaimer for all y'all listening. We are not licensed brokers, so everything said in this video/podcast is from our opinions, from our experiences. So please, 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 please do your research. Please invest safely, big gauchos. You know, we do not want you to lose money. At the same time, we are also not liable if you lose your own money. But on the bright side, we are directly liable for all gains because we want you guys to make money, and that's the name of the game. Who can make the most money the quickest? And we do the investing, we take the risks, so you guys don't have to. So you guys can learn from our experiences to make better judgments, better calls to make money. And now, with that being said, please, please like and subscribe. We love the support. We're growing every day because of you guys. And with that being said, like, subscribe. Dave, let the people know our amazing Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. So, go over, check it out, give it a follow. Stay up to date with the content we post. It's pretty good stuff, if I say so myself.
I would totally agree. I love your
Agree.
content. Also, real quick, if you are listening on streaming services, make sure you hit that share the link button, share it with a friend, coworker, dog, someone who would like the tips. Tell them what you learned. Tell them to skip to a certain spot. It's all good. If you're listening specifically on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave us a review, 1 to 5 stars. The lowest we accept is 4.5. And leave us a review. Tell us something you liked. Tell us something you didn't like. Comment on the Instagram. Who's your favorite gaucho, as Dave likes to say. Anything else to add, boys?
That's it. Invest safely.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Invest safely, and we added one more to the graveyard today.
Oh, yeah. We got to do Bankruptcy Boneyard. Almost forgot. So, Dave, you want to read them off for us?
Yeah, so we have Diamond Offshore, Whiting, J. Carew, Gold Gym, Neiman Marcus, Marcus Neiman, JCPenney, Hertz, Tuesday Morning, GNC, 24 Hour Fitness, Chuck E. Cheese, Lucky Brand, Chesapeake Energy, Brooks Brothers, NYNC, and then the new one is Tailored Brands.
Yes, sir. Oh, California Pizza Kitchen went bankrupt over the weekend, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Not in the episode, but in person, we talked about it.
Yeah, we did. Oh, dude. Yeah, because I love that barbecue chicken so much.
Yeah, so we'll make some adjustments and make sure we put CPK up here.
It's all good. We're adding more every day, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well,
yeah, eventually we'll probably need like 2 or 3 slides for this.
I hope it doesn't get that bad. I hope we can recover. Well, good night from Arizona. I hope you made some money today. Peace.